Have you ever had that inexplicable feeling that you're living something for the second time? A moment when everything around you feels incredibly familiar, even though you're certain you've never experienced it before? This is the phenomenon known as déjà vu, a mysterious experience that has intrigued scientists, psychologists, and philosophers for centuries. But what is truly happening in your mind during these moments? Is it just a memory glitch, a trick of the brain, or is there something deeper behind this fascinating sensation? In this video, we will explore how the human brain works, diving into the scientific, psychological, and even philosophical theories behind déjà vu. Get ready to uncover the mysteries your mind holds. And by the end of this video, you'll have a much deeper understanding of yourself and the incredible complexity of the human mind. The term déjà vu comes from French and means already seen. It describes that strange and intriguing sensation of familiarity that occurs suddenly and inexplicably, despite being a fairly common experience felt by roughly 2/3 of people at some point in their lives. Déjà vu remains one of the most fascinating mysteries of the human mind. Think back to the last time it happened to you. Perhaps you were talking to a friend or visiting a place for the first time, and suddenly it felt as though you had already lived that moment before. It's as if time folded in on itself. Yet, déjà vu is more than just an everyday curiosity. It's a window into the intricate workings of our memory and perception, showing us that what we feel and what we know are not always perfectly aligned. While déjà vu is generally described as a single sensation, researchers have identified different types of this phenomenon. The most common is déjà vécu, which means already lived. This is the feeling of reliving an entire event, as if a scene is unfolding exactly the same way it did before. Another type is déjà senti, which is more related to emotions or thoughts. For instance, you might feel an emotion so familiar that it seems like you've experienced it before, even though you can't pinpoint when. Then there's déjà visité, a sensation of familiarity with a place you've never been to before. Each of these types offers a unique perspective on déjà vu, but they all point to the same central question: how can our mind confuse the present with the past, creating this illusion of familiarity? So, what is actually happening in the brain during déjà vu? To understand this, we need to delve into the workings of the brain areas responsible for memory and perception. The hippocampus, which plays a central role in forming and retrieving memories, is one of the key players in this phenomenon. During déjà vu, it's believed that the hippocampus, along with the temporal cortex, may process information irregularly, creating the sensation that we're recalling something that is actually happening for the first time. It's as if the brain is short-circuiting its memory networks, causing confusion between what is new and what feels familiar. This glitch can occur due to miscommunication between the brain's hemispheres or even a brief delay in sensory processing. Science is still uncovering the details, but what we already know is that déjà vu is a fascinating reflection of the brain's complexity. Scientific theories about déjà vu offer several intriguing explanations. One of the most well-known is that the phenomenon happens due to glitches in the short and long-term memory systems. Imagine your brain processing a current experience as if it were a memory, creating an instant sense of familiarity. Another hypothesis involves brain synchronization. During déjà vu, different parts of the brain might process sensory information at slightly different speeds, causing the impression that the moment has already been lived. There are also studies suggesting that déjà vu may be linked to brief lapses in perception, when the brain processes the same stimulus twice in quick succession, but with a slight delay. All of these scientific explanations shed light on the phenomenon, while also showing how much there is still to uncover. From a psychological perspective, déjà vu reflects the complexity of the human mind. It highlights how our memories and perceptions can interact in unexpected ways. Some psychological theories suggest that déjà vu may be an example of unconscious memory surfacing. For instance, you might have seen a scene or place in a dream, and when encountering something similar in real life, your subconscious memory activates, creating that sense of familiarity. Other researchers point to the role of attention. Sometimes, déjà vu may result from an initial brief and unconscious perception, followed by a second conscious perception. These ideas show that déjà vu is not just a brain trick, but also a window into understanding how our minds operate at different levels of consciousness. Déjà vu isn't just a topic for scientists. It also captivates philosophers and spiritual thinkers. Some theories suggest that déjà vu could be linked to past lives or reincarnation, where the feeling of familiarity would be a residual memory from a previous existence. Other hypotheses talk about parallel realities or alternate universes, where déjà vu might be a glimpse of a different version of yourself, living in another timeline. There are also those who associate the phenomenon with premonitory dreams, where déjà vu would be the fulfillment of something previously visualized in a dream state. While these ideas aren't scientifically proven, they tap into our curiosity about the mysteries of the universe and our existence within it. Despite advancements in science and psychology, déjà vu remains a phenomenon shrouded in mystery. For instance, why do some people experience déjà vu more frequently than others? Is there a link between déjà vu and neurological conditions like epilepsy? Or could it be related to factors such as stress and mental fatigue? Additionally, does déjà vu serve any evolutionary purpose? Or is it simply a harmless error of the brain? These unanswered questions remind us that, even in a world of rapid scientific progress, phenomena like déjà vu show how much there is still to learn about the human mind. Déjà vu can be more than just a curious phenomenon. It can be an opportunity for self-discovery. Reflecting on your personal experiences of déjà vu may help you understand more about how your mind works. Consider keeping a journal to record moments when you feel déjà vu, noting what you were doing, thinking, or feeling at the time. This might reveal interesting patterns about your memory and perception. Additionally, practices such as meditation and mindfulness can help you explore your emotions and thoughts more clearly, creating a deeper connection with your mind. Ultimately, déjà vu serves as a reminder that the human brain is incredibly complex, full of mysteries waiting to be unraveled. Throughout this video, we've explored déjà vu as a phenomenon that goes beyond simple curiosity. It has shown us how the human brain processes memory and perception, revealing the intricacy of a machine we are still far from fully understanding. We've discussed psychological and scientific theories, as well as philosophical and spiritual hypotheses, all pointing to the same fact. The human mind is a universe in itself. Déjà vu reminds us that there is still so much to learn about who we are and how we function. So, as this video ends, ask yourself, what else is your mind capable of? The search for knowledge never ends, and the next mystery is always waiting for us to uncover. As we wrap up this deep dive into déjà vu and the mysteries of the human brain, we hope you've gained a new perspective on just how fascinating our minds truly are. This strange feeling of already lived moments connects science, psychology, and philosophy, reminding us that the human brain is an endless frontier of discovery. But the conversation doesn't have to stop here. If you've ever experienced déjà vu, share your story in the comments below. When did it happen? How did it make you feel? Let's keep exploring this mystery together. Your experience might give us all something new to think about. And if you enjoyed this video and want to uncover more mind-blowing topics about science, the brain, and the mysteries of the universe, don't forget to hit the like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. By turning on notifications, you'll never miss our next exploration into the unknown. Thank you for watching, and remember, there's always more to learn about the incredible power of your mind. See you in the next video.